Hello everyone. This video we are going to see about some of the variations used in for loop. So first variation you are going to see is multiple initialization and update expressions. So here you can see a for loop with two variables, that is two initial statement and then a single condition and then two updation statement. So here since I am using two initial statement, obviously you should have two update statements anyway. Okay, that makes sense. But you can have only one condition. The reason is you cannot have more than one condition, which leads to an error. Okay, so we will have only one condition so that the loop will work until this condition is satisfied. So here I have used I equal to 0 and I less than or equal to 5. That means this will work. The start value is 0 and it goes on working till 5. So it is 0 to 5, that is 6 times. So loop will work 6 times, for which there is another variable where the initial value is 10, but it is decreasing the value by 1. So you can see j minus minus, which will decrease the value. So it goes down from 10 to whatever number of times this loop is executed. So this is the output statements. Okay, here you can see I and j value is being printed. So this is the output screen which you will get when you execute this loop. So I value will be from 0 to 5. So 6 times you can see this loop is executed and the number of times the I value has been displayed in the left hand side. Right hand side you can see j value started with 10 and it is decreased by 1, so it goes on printing till 5. So since it is 6 times, you are getting 10 to 5. So this is how you can use multiple initialization. It will be used in some special circumstances. Say for example, if you are going to use a pattern program or you are going to use a series program, you may come to this type of initialization updation statements in the loop. Next we are going to see some of the optional expressions. That means you can omit some of the expression in the loop and execute it. So here in this example there is no initial statement. You have a condition statement and update statement. So initial statement is not there. That means you should initialize it before the loop. Okay, you cannot execute any loop without these three elements: initial, condition and the updation. So you have to use initial statement above the loop so that it will start the loop with the initial value and then it goes on till the final value. So here you are going to add the numbers from 1 to 10 and store it in sum. It is like sum of the natural numbers. Okay, so I have a statement sum equal to sum plus I. This is a shorthand method of writing the expression sum equal to sum plus I can be written as sum plus equal to I. Okay, so the numbers of I, that is the value stored in I, will be keep on added to the sum. Okay, this will be executed 10 times because it starts from 1, goes on till 10, so increases by 1. So it goes on executing this loop 10 times, so for which you will get the sum value. So you can see after the loop is executed, you can see the output statement. If you put this system.println inside the loop, what happens? This will appear 10 times, which is not necessary. There are some special cases where you need not to print all the iterations. You need the final output. So if you need a final output, no need to print, no need to use the system.println or output statement inside the loop. You can always use it outside the loop like this, so that it will print only once. Okay, so you can see that the sum of 10 natural numbers is 55. That is, if you keep on adding from 1 till 10, you will get 55. Next we are going to see the optional expressions. I am omitting the final value, that is updation statement has been omitted. You have an initial statement, you have a condition, but no updation statement. So what you have to do, updation statement should be executed inside the body of the loop. So this program says that you are going to print odd numbers between 1 and 10. So the initial value obviously should be 1 and it goes on till 10. It doesn't matter whether it is 9 or 10. Okay, and you can notice one difference is you are increasing it by 2. Okay, so this is how you are going to if you omit any updation statement, you should update it inside the body of the loop if you want to stop the program or it doesn't reach this 10. Okay, if you miss out this statement, I value will be always 1 and it keeps on executing, it doesn't stop. So you have to keep on increasing it till it reaches this value. So you can see when you execute this program, the odd numbers between 1 and 10, you can see the odd numbers being printed. And the third one is I am omitting both the initial and the updation statements. So obviously you know what has to be done. Initial statement should be print, that is initialized above the loop, and then the updation should be inside the body of the loop. Okay, only the condition statement is available. Still you can see semicolon, it's must. Okay, whether you use this statement or not, you have to use 2 semicolons. That indicates you have 3 statements in the loop. Okay, for loop. So that is a must, that is compulsory to use semicolon. So you have to start with the semicolon, then a condition statement, and then end with a semicolon. That's it. You will have this statement, this program will find the square of the given number. So if the I value is 1, it find the 1 square. If it is 2, it find the 2 square. It goes on like that till it becomes 10. So this loop will be executed 10 times and it finds the square of the number. So here I have given the statement math.pow I comma 2. So whenever I value changes, the square value also will change. And why I am used this typecasting is, this math.pow will return in a double value. If you don't want double value printed on the screen, you can convert it into integer by using this typecasting. Okay, so here you can see in the output screen there is no decimal values displayed. You can see only the integer values. So this is one method of converting the double value into integer value. Okay, so you can see that it has been increased by 1 every time, so that you will get the output. So this is 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, it goes on till 10 square. Okay, next you are going to see the variation is infinite loop. That means if you don't have a condition, okay, if you don't have a condition, there is no way that the loop will stop. Okay, you have an initial value, you have a final, that is updation value, but there is no condition statement. So here what happens is, I value is 1, it is increasing by 1. So it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes on, but you didn't specify when to stop. So since you didn't specify when to stop, it goes on, it becomes an infinite loop. You can see the output screen how it is. It goes on until you stop the program by resetting the virtual machine. You keep on, the screen will keep on printing this. That is, it doesn't print the infinite loop statement. If I use system.println infinite as a message, infinite loop as a message, then it will print. This is the sample output I just showed here. Okay, and same way you can also use just an for statement with 2 semicolons. Here also there is no initial statement, no condition and no updation. So this also is an example of infinite loop. You just execute this loop and the body of the loop will be executed continuously. You can call it as infinite loop. Okay. Now next is empty loop and time delay loop. So we will see what is empty loop. If the loop doesn't contain any statement in its body, you can call it as empty loop. Say for example, if you want to execute a loop, okay, so for some certain number of time, and then stop the loop, so that you will get the output after some delay, some time delay. Say for example, if you want to print a digital clock, okay, you need to print it after some time, say seconds. But if you run an loop statement, it will be like milliseconds or microseconds. You will get the variations. So you want to delay some time for each and every iteration, you can give this time delay. So how to use it is, you have to just use a loop statement and then end it with a semicolon. So if you do this, what happens is, it doesn't enter the body of the loop, it executes itself. Okay, after completing the full expression, that is full loop has been executed. Here it is 1 to 10 times this loop will be executed, after which it enters the loop once and it prints the I value and then comes out of the loop and prints the final value of I. Now we can see the output statement, the I value is 11. The reason for it is, it will execute till 10. So after executing till 10 times, the I value becomes 11. Okay, then only the condition is false. So that's the reason the I value has been changed to 11. Okay, So after completing the statement, it enters inside the loop once, and then it prints 11 here, and then it prints the remaining statements in the loop, that is below the loop. So you can see final value of I is 11 is been printed. Okay, declaration of variables in the loop. So this is another variation. Okay, so here you can see that declaration statement is inside the loop, but if you use I variable outside the loop, there will be an error. The reason for it is this will become a local variable. Okay, so local variable can be used only within this open and close bracket. Okay, if you want to use it outside the for loop, then you have to declare the I value before the for loop, so that it is outside the bracket, so that you can use it in outside the for loop. Since this loop we are initializing it inside the for loop, this will be used within the curly braces. Okay, if you use I value outside, this will be the error you will get. So you cannot find the symbol variable I. Okay, this will be the output, that is error you will be getting. You won't get any output for this. Okay, hope you understood this video. Just do watch again and again if you want to know the different variations used. Okay, thank you.